everybody, I hope you're having a great day. I bought another batch of electronics returns. Let's see what we got. So what makes this batch interesting is that I can actually return it. If any of this stuff doesn't work, I can swap it out for a similar item. And so the first thing we have here is an alarm clock. And this is actually kind of funny because this is something that I needed for my guest room. So let's get an idea. It definitely has some fingerprints on it. So somebody's had it before. It's got a USB power cord, which I know this is kind of crazy, but I actually don't have this barrel jack in a 5-volt USB cable. So let's take my handy dandy charger thing over here and plug it in and see what we get. Nope. Alright, so it does work, and in fact, that's not the right time for this time zone, but it is a right time. Let's see. Oh, it's got a photocell. It's got a photocell here that lightens and darkens it based on how bright it is. That's cool. And it has a couple of USB chargers on the side and a little thing to hang it on the wall. And it's got a CR2016 by 1 battery to maintain the time if the power goes out. Again, like it's got a kind of that cool mirror finish on it. I think that it's kind of hard for you guys to see it the way that I'm seeing it, but the letters are actually a lot clearer here than they are on the screen. And so far, so good. In fact, what we'll do is we'll test to make sure these USB ports work too while we're at it. But that would kind of be nice for my guests at my house to be able to charge their devices. And again, there's no alarm clock there. So every once in a while, I'll get in super late or not be able to sleep, and I'll go into that room and I have no idea what time it is in the middle of the night. So let's set this aside and we'll get back to it. So I do know what these two things are, but I have not opened them. These are, and I've featured them on my channel before, these are a pile of fairy lights, which I don't have a particular use for, but my wife is very crafty, and I think that there could be some uses for these. And if I'm not mistaken, let's see, both of them have remotes. Some of these might even be, there's several sets here, some of these might even be RGB. So let's see, we've got 2 sets, but this set looks like it's made to spring out into a whole bunch of different areas. So let's plug it in. Okay, so that's got a little bit of rust on it there. Not a great sign. Let's go for it anyway. Okay, so I mean they work. I see, do I see one out? I don't see any lights that are out. Green. Wow. I've never actually owned RGB versions of this. That's kind of cool. I mean, I don't have any complaints about that. Let's go check out some effects. Yeah, it's hard to complain about that. I mean, I guess there's 2 sets of that style. So let's check the other one. Let's see, so maybe that's the problem. Maybe this second set doesn't work. Oh, they were turned off. Okay. So one remote works them both. Very sweet. So I like that. I like the fact that you don't, let's see, I bumped that. I like the fact that you don't need to actually have the remote. Let me get these out of the way. You don't need to actually have the remote to turn these things off because they've got a little button here. So I should be able to. The connection's a little loose. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, so you can even scroll through the modes. And let's see, push and hold. I'm guessing it's going to turn it off. I'm sure there's some something there. I don't know. But let's use these to test this. Yeah, so I mean, I'm guessing this is only maybe 500 milliamps coming out of this thing, but I mean, it's enough to run these lights. So, all right, so I got 2 sets there, and then I've got this jumbo set here. Let's take a look at these. It's got the same kind of controller on the end. Whoa! That is quite the light show. Let's see here. So we've got a bat. I mean, this has never even been taken out. So different patterns and stuff with it. Let's see what this. Does this do anything? Okay, so you got your little candy cane style. I can see that around Christmas. Yeah. It's fun. I mean, these weren't like a primary thing that I wanted this set for. Let's see, there's a brightness setting too. Wow, they do get pretty bright. So, alright. That is all the fairy lights that I know of that came in this thing. There could be some more. Let's see. Let's take a look at these two. I'm going to save the two most interesting ones for last. This is... I got two of these in there. And this is a Bluetooth tablet holder. Now, I don't care about the tablet holder, but what I did notice is that they were Bluetooth. And so, 3 systems wireless keyboard. Let's see what that is. So, this thing can be charged with a USB cable, which means it has a battery in it. And I thought if nothing else, sorry, I've got it off the screen there. If nothing else, I figured this thing can be used for its battery. It does have some power here, but it's also a Bluetooth keyboard. And my thought was that something like this would actually work really well with a Raspberry Pi. You know, just to have sitting off the RGB. Hold on. Let's see. I wonder if it has to be connected, but I'm seeing an RGB button right here. I don't know. You see that? RGB button. So are these don't look backlit. Huh. Oh, wow. I mean, for the $2 that this cost me, this is a Bluetooth. Wow. Okay. Did not have any idea that was in there. I wasn't allowed to really look at the items, so I just I listed what it was. I knew there were a couple of keyboards. Look at this for a second. So this, if nothing else, that's actually not a bad folio, like just a folio. But we've got, let's see, does it say what this thing's made for? It's got to be an iPad, right? Literally have no idea what this is. I would guess an iPad. I mean, just, you know. But, interesting case. I don't think that I'll really have a use for it. But this is what I wanted. Okay, so let me do a little bit of testing. So I paired the device with my old phone real quick. And, yeah, I took the time to go through the whole thing. And I didn't see any stuck keys. I didn't see any keys that didn't work. Everything seems to be really good. I started charging it because I have no idea how long it's been without being charged. But that is sweet, like especially for a Raspberry Pi or something like that. Real happy with that one. So far, I'm 4 for 4. And along that same vein, I got a bigger version of it, and this is for basically an iPad Pro. So I thought, you know, can't beat $2 for a Bluetooth keyboard if it works. So this one is basically a laptop without the screen here. We've got keys feel fine. It's an Apple style keyboard, charging indicator, caps lock, pairing. There's a I don't know if that's USB. That might be USB-C on the side. Oh, another light up keyboard. Let's see here. We can, so this one just does brightness on there. I don't see any kind of RGB option. This is a heavy keyboard. Kind of a ridiculously heavy keyboard, if I'm honest. So I could probably take this off. It's got this full rotating thing that isn't going to really do me a whole lot of good here. I mean, I could put my phone on it, but not super useful. But I do like the keys. I like the keys a lot, and I think you ditch this. I mean, I guess this could be a cover, but I think it'd be in the way a lot. Let me see if I can pair this one, and we'll see what happens. So this one is USB-C charging. It did not come with a cable, but in looking, I noticed that the other one did come with a micro USB cable, and it's kind of funny. You hit Control Bluetooth or something like that to pair, which is pretty funny. But this thing has a very nice touch experience on it. Like, it's a very nice keyboard to type on. This is going to make a great Raspberry Pi accessory. Now, I haven't tested to see how long the batteries last. They both say they're charging. I mean, this is a nice keyboard for $2. I'm very happy with it. So I am 5 for 5. And now the question is, will that last device work? Because that's the one that I really wanted. I almost missed this item, but I think this could wind up being one of my favorites. Let's open this up and find out what it is. This is a Jacmai. I don't know what that is. It is a Jacmai electric screwdriver with 8 bits and micro USB charging, 800 milliamp hour capacity. Now let's open her up. Might be childproof. So this, see if we got any chooch. Okay, so no chooch off the bat. A little. I was trying to see if it looks like it had been pried into or anything like that. Looks like it does. It did sustain a little bit of a drop right there. There's a little bit of a dent. Let's see. You know what? It might need pressure. Huh. Let's see. Let's give it a little bit of charge and see what happens. It is charging. That's a good sign. Oh, hey, it was just dead. So, I mean, that's clearly got an 18650 in it. So it is a little tiny bit of wobble on the tip there. Looks like this might be some kind of torque setting here. Let's lower it all the way down. Oh, I mean, it's... Oh, maybe it's a speed setting. Not really noticing much difference there. Might have to read some instructions. So it did come with a micro USB cable and 8 tips, including... Oh, hey, that's magnetic. Including this what do they call that? Triad tip or something like that I know they use on a lot of electronics. Oh, okay, so hold on. So this tip, this is interesting. So this tip is clearly not part of the kit. You can see when you look at it that it's made, let's see if I can get a good focus here. It is made of a different material. This is a higher quality tip, it feels like, and these are cheaper. So I don't know, maybe whoever bought it accidentally stole one of the tips from this and left theirs in the kit. So I do have a lot of different styles of this, but I know there's a couple different sizes that look really close together. Let's grab this one here. Yeah, that's got a good magnetic feel to it. There's definitely a little bit of a wobble in the head there. I mean, again, it was $2. I'm not really going to argue about it. Let's try these. I think these are going to be too thick. No, that works too. If nothing else, just make kind of a fun teardown. And let's see if these fit. This other kit over here. Yeah, all three of them fit. I know there's a difference. They don't all fit in all tools. So this, maybe that's part of the problem. It's got enough slap in it. Try that again. Maybe it's got enough slop in it that it'll work kind of regardless. It's definitely faster forward than it is in reverse. Let's see if we have any charge at all. Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, I can't guarantee that battery will last forever, but I mean, it is holding at least a minimal amount of charge. I did look this up, and the exact same unit with 40 bits instead of 8 is $54 on Amazon. That's pretty interesting. So, yeah, I'm at least happy to have it. It's worth the $2. Okay, here we go. If this thing works, it is worth more than the entire $20 I paid for the thing, for everything. And so we have a 4-port auto. Now, I'll be honest, the word auto kind of scares me, that it might do some jumping around and things like that I don't want it to do. But a 4-port auto KVM switch. So in other words, you hook one keyboard and mouse and monitor up to 4 PCs, or 4 Raspberry Pis, or 4 anything with HDMI. So we're gonna see. These things run anywhere from like 60 to 120 bucks. That looks nice. It looks like it was made by Monoprice. Like it's a well-built metal enclosure. 2 USB-A ports on the back. They look like V1 ports. So you know, keyboard and mouse, and then a control thing here. Got some little buttons here. Don't look over the top high quality. They look like they may light up. Looks like there might be a little LED in here. On the back, you've got 2 more USB-A ports, your HDMI out, and your 4 HDMI ports, and your USB-B ports, and 5 volt, which that's really nice because that can run off of a USB. So USB could actually power this thing if I wanted it to. So this has clearly been out of the box. Question is, does it work? So, and are they all the cables here? A little suspect on the cables. So, let's see. I don't care about the HDMI cables. I do care about any specialty cables. So we have this, it doesn't look like it's been unwound. We have this 5 volt power supply. That's the right one. We've got a remote here, which this looks like it's a wired remote. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's a USB, a micro USB to mini USB. So I better never lose this cable because I'll never find another one of those again. Here we have one set of cables. I'm guessing a lot of times what happens is they make these in 2-port and 4-port varieties, so you get like kind of a set of cables with each one. This is 2 USB A to B cables, 2 HDMI cables, and then it looks like we've got the same thing here. We have we have a USB A to B, USB A to B, and 2 HDMI cables. So that's a lot of cables for my money there, for my 10 bucks that I paid for this thing. So let me plug it in and see what happens. Hopefully I don't blow anything up. I have an absolute mess of wires over here. This is my area with all the HDMI things. We have the HDMI splitter, the HDMI switcher, and now we have the HDMI KVM hooked up to this TV up here. Unfortunately, filming my last video, I actually let the magic smoke out of the TV over there in my recording station. I did something stupid, and I'm paying the price for that now. But I've hooked all this up, and I've hooked up 2 Pis. I have a Raspberry Pi here running Raspberry Pi OS, and then I have an Orange Pi 4B, which you guys haven't seen in a video yet. But this one is actually running Android at the moment, and so you can switch by pushing the buttons on here, and you get a really kind of weird beep. It doesn't take too long to switch, but then you've also got this remote over here, which one thing I do appreciate, and I mentioned it earlier, this is the only proprietary cable in the whole thing. So just to demonstrate, the mouse works, the keyboard works, and if I push this remote button over here relatively quickly, you find yourself over there on Android where the mouse works and the keyboard works as well. So I will test the other 2 inputs and outputs and just make sure, or the other 2 outputs, and make sure that everything is good, but I expect it to be fine. Nice find. Hey, thanks for watching. Have a great day.